This takes all this meeting to order. It's our regular monthly meeting. We do appreciate all y'all coming, participating. Appreciate that. Thank y'all. Mr. Brad, will you lead us in the word of prayer?
I will. Let's pray. Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we do thank you for this day. And Lord, we thank you for all your many blessings in life, Father. Father, we just ask, Lord, now that as we come together tonight, Lord, to do this county business, Lord, I pray, Lord, that everything is said and done, Lord, will be honored and pleasing to you, Father. Just go with us now through the remainder of this meeting and the remainder of this day, Lord, and lead, guide, and direct in everything that we do. For us in Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comments. Anybody got any public comments?
Yes, sir. Starting off with us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, just a little thing that I have for y'all. I'm here I'm the chairman of the golf course advisory committee. And I want to pass this just so you see who's on it and what we've done. We just pass those around. Linwood Truitt. I'm the chairman of the golf course advisory committee, Twisted Pines Golf Course here in Hazelhurst. And we're here this afternoon, evening, to ask the county for some financial assistance to offset the deficit for the fiscal year that ends June 30th, 2018. Its projected number is between $95,000 to $100,000. And you see in the packet there, hope everyone has one. If you don't, I have an extra one too. Packet there, with the city started operating the golf course in July of 2015. They put a lot of capital investment in machinery. That's the reason the first year was so bad. We only took in $48,000, ended up with a deficit of approximately $180,000. In July 2016 through June of 2017, took in $77,000, ended up with a deficit of $150,000. A lot of that was for irrigation, sprinkler heads, control boxes, fertilizer, and chemicals. As you know, to make grass grow, you need water and fertilizer, and that's the main thing a golf course is. Then our projected budget, projected revenue, July 2017 through June, is $98,000. So you notice the increase per year of revenue, just due to more play, more corporate memberships, more family memberships, individual memberships. Then they have a promotion sponsorship that went around businesses and individuals to ask for some money to help with the irrigation and the sprinkler heads and that stuff. That is listed on your last page there. After June of 2018, a lot of these capital investments or expenses will go away from the start. We still projected to be operating at about a $30,000 a year deficit. I don't think we'll ever get it to zero. We have tremendous community involvement, as you can tell, we have 6 corporate members, 2 family memberships, 22 individual members. There's been a lot of anonymous donations. They would go to Davis Feed and Seed, pay for the fertilizer, just give them the bill. They have bought televisions and things like that on the television, range balls, a lot to help out with expenses that the city would normally incur. So as you can tell, they've already lost $330,000, looking for another $100,000 to lose this year. The importance to me for the whole community and outside the community, from our school golf team to even the businesses relocating here or locating here, not relocating, and private citizens. The golf course is a part of the puzzle to make you come on in. It entices people to stay here. If not, they keep going on to Douglas, Alma, McCray, and relocate there. So, I know you're not ready to make a vote. When I talked to Ricky the other day, and I told him about the $100,000, he said, well, how much you want? I said, well, $100,000. I almost choked and hung up. I don't know what the county will be able to do. I know you need to put it to a vote and see what you could do at a later date. Maybe we can come back at your January meeting after you've had time. I have a whole thing of financials over there that I'll be glad to share with y'all of what the operating budget is. The golf course is in the greatest shape that's ever been in its life. Eddie Spann, who was here when they first made it, has made that statement. I've only been here 18 years, and I know that. So the city was committed when they operated the course to make it a go, and they bought some great equipment, and the work is paid off. It took a little time. The golf course is in great shape. One other thing, of the play that we have, it averages 400 rounds a month. That is not 400 different people, but 400 times people come to play. Of that, and me just looking down the list, 75% of those are county residents. 15% live in the city, and 10% are from outside the county. That, on the average, that's pretty close. So that's the reason we're asking the county for some assistance. I have Anita Herndon who is here. She is a coach for the high school. She has a few words to say about the youth and what all it does from there. And Andrea Taylor, are you here? No, the new girl for the executive development, she was going to be here to speak about what the economic development could do in Tyson. Now I'll turn it over to Anita. Then when she gets through, if you have any more questions, I'll come up. I'm sure you probably have some, and I'll try to answer what I can.
Thank you, Ms. Pruitt.
Good evening, and my name is Anita Herndon. I am an employee of the Jeff Davis Primary School, but I currently coach the Jeff Davis Middle School golf team, and I also assist with the Jeff Davis High School. I appreciate you allowing me a few minutes to talk on their behalf. Just for a moment, if you are a part of the middle school or high school golf team, would you just stand? Parents also. Thank you. So as you can see, we do have support. We have many others that would have liked to have been here but had other things that they had to take care of. I have been involved in the golf program for over 8 years, and I have personally played golf for 15 plus years. And I think it is vital to keep this golf course open. Helen Keller once said, "Alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much." And I believe that in so many areas. In my competing, I have competed, I have coached, I have worked, in all those areas, even in my personal life. 1 is good, 2 is better, 3, 4. You get together and you work together and it works the best. I believe that keeping the golf course open, to work together to keep that golf course open, is vital for our community, for our school system, for our students, and it would be just and for us in general, all of the community, and for our teams. A little bit of history about our golf teams. 4 years ago, the golf program was almost non-existent. I have 15 to 18 students on a weekly basis that comes out there to learn how to play golf, and it pays off. If you took golf lessons as a student, raise your hand. Yes. And all of these students, they have, 4 years ago, they were in last place. 2 years ago, they placed 4th. This past year, the boys won the conference championship for our middle school for the first time in many, many years. And the girls moved from last place from the year before to 2nd place this past year. We did not even have a girls team 2 years ago. And this coming year, we will have over capacity on our girls team. We do not cut anyone. We have a full team, and we're continuing to grow. Anytime you drive by the course in the afternoon, you will see these kids out there, not just every now and then. They are out there every day. We have about 25 students combined on the middle school and high school teams, along with 15 to 18 other kids who spend regular time on a weekly basis. I've even had a family come to me this morning asking me details about the golf course and how they can get their children involved in playing golf. So it is increasing, it is growing. And on behalf of the high school teams and the middle school teams, and as me, as a coach, as a resident of Jeff Davis County, I think it will be vital, so important to keep this open, to keep these kids coming out there, to keep these families, to increase numbers that are involved out there. When the kids go out there, they give their time to volunteer. We've had cleanup days. They don't mind going out there. Especially in middle school, we'll have specified cleanup days. They don't mind doing that. When the hurricane come through, we had guys out there with blowers and rakes and picking up stuff and four-wheelers, and we had just so much support to try to get the course cleaned back up. So you have that support, you have that volunteer work, and I personally will do everything I can in the volunteer area. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you consider this opportunity. So let's work together and make it happen.
Thank you. Only problem is with that is we don't have any money in the budget for that. And I don't know where we get it from. So it would have to be another budget where we could maybe work something in for that. And that's the only problem is, everything we got budget out. And so, it'd have to be a new budget for us to try to sit down and work something out for y'all. But I appreciate y'all coming.
Well, we're appreciating that, that's what I know I'm catching you by surprise, but it kind of came as the time, okay, let's go ask the county for some assistance. That's the reason I'd like for you for the next 30 days until you have the January meeting, to look if you have it in the general fund. I don't know where you could have it.
That's something, man, do the school give any money to?
Yes, the school is a corporate member, and they pay $3,000 a year. And that kind of just helps. Now, I got them to do that before. When the golf course was there, they didn't pay anything for the golf team. So I said, hey, we need a fair share. And so I did get them to become a corporate member, and they're one of the 6 corporate members, and they pay $3,000 a year. I am going to ask the school board if they can give us some more assistance. I don't know, they're probably on the same type budget that you are, but I'm hoping it's because the school is the school. The county is county-wide, all the citizens. One thing I forgot to bring up is there are 4 golf tournaments per year put on by organizations. The biggest one is the Jeff Davis Sheriff's Department. They have a tournament, they go to businesses and get hole sponsors. Have the golf tournament, have a sponsor for each hole and more. I asked Ashley Tyler this morning, they just had the tournament 4 weeks ago, I think, sometime in November. I said, how much did y'all raise? He said, $10,000. They have the shop at top for underprivileged kids, that's what that is for. $10,000, this is the 3rd year they've had it. They started off at $4,000, the next year was $6,000, this year, $10,000. The Rotary Club has a tournament, and they raise a little over $3,500. They give a $1,000 scholarship to a graduating senior from Jeff Davis High School. They do certain things for underprivileged kids, and then one of their main things is they donate from a club standpoint is for polio. I did not know that until Kurt Davis told me today. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes had a tournament in October. They raised $4,500. That's for a leadership program at the high school for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The golf team had a tournament 2 weeks ago, on December 2nd, I believe it was, or a week and a half ago. I don't know what they raised for themselves. They buy the kids golf bags, jerseys, that type of stuff. They'll buy some range balls, all kind of stuff to help the golf course and the golf team. So, I'm not asking for a check tonight, but I'm asking you to look and see what you have and what you could possibly do.
The city don't have no more money they can.
Hey, they done already lost $330,000. They're gonna lose another $100,000 this year. That's $430. They need some assistance from this year. The $330 is already lost. That's just a start. They bought a lot of equipment. The way it's not like a regular business runs it, like if you buy a piece of machinery, it's a capital investment and you're able to depreciate it off each year. When they buy and pay $65,000 for a tractor, that goes in the expense column as the P&L right there.
Well, that's true. We'll look into it and see what we can do, but right now, like I say, we haven't got anything in the budget.
Yes.
We'd have to go through another budget and sit down and decide what we can do and can't do.
Well, let's say we're gonna look at it, let's see what can we do and try something, we're not gonna throw it to the side.
Yes,
We're gonna look at it.
yes. Well, that's all I'm asking.
It makes a big difference when
Where
they're doing
the
that.
possible
Got
sum
kids
could
that
come
come
from. A lump sum payment, or a promise to pay a certain month at the first of each month, you know? A monthly sum that you could put into the budget.
You'll take it any way you can get it, man.
That's right. That's right. Because this, I don't know, the city can't maintain this long. In fact, I mean, they were in good financial shape at the time. I don't know much about the financial shape of the city, but it's pressure they telling me get more revenue. We get more revenue, and we're cutting down on expenses, but the startup expenses is where we are.
Thank you, Mr. Truitt.
Thank you.
Anyone else, anybody else?
Andrea Taylor, Andrea Taylor with the Development Authority. Let her speak a moment.
I know y'all are thinking, who is this woman? I have never met her, and here she's coming here with them asking for money. I'm not asking for money. I just came, Mr. Truitt asked me to come and just offer a statement on behalf of economic development, just to say that the golf course is a great asset to the community, and, you know, we don't want those dollars that are spent at the golf course going out of the community to other, you know, surrounding counties. And, you know, quality of life in the past has not been that important as far as economic development goes, but now, you know, the most important thing for a community is to be able to attract talent, to be able to attract people who are educated. And I know, you know, Mr. Truitt was telling me about the bank was having a hard time attracting a loan officer, you know, so those kinds of things definitely affect economic development. So just, you know, just my support to say that quality of life is very important for economic development efforts. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Arnold.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? You?
I'd like to say something. I'm Stephen Calhoun. These kids right here, there ain't a whole lot in Jeff Davis County for them to do. And I personally know a lot of kids that don't play golf, but y'all end up supporting them in the prison systems and the jails. They work just to give them something. We got more and more coming. Also, I'd just like to say something about what Linwood said. The expenditures is coming down, revenue's picking up, and it's not going to be a burden like it's been for the city right on, but it's getting it's getting closer and closer to breaking even. But it probably won't ever break even, but helping it now to grow, to keep us going. And after a while, it won't cost nobody a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? We got courses all around. It's closing down. And we're getting a lot of play from out of town, these other places. But we appreciate y'all's support. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other?
Chairman, I'm going to request to speak at the end of the meeting tonight, if the
End
board
of
will
the
allow. Yes.
I think we have to do it right now, Ms. Rhonda.
And I asked you before
I
the
know,
meeting
but I didn't
started.
realize that we don't have any public comment, plus.
Okay, I'm ready. If y'all ready, I'm ready. First off, I see that approving the financials is not on this month's statement, this month's agenda. Also, I get a packet just like y'all do, every month. And I don't always look at mine like y'all supposed to. Y'all the ones that makes the decision, not me. But last couple of months, things have seemed strange, and it's gotten stranger and stranger to me. And in fact, last month after the meeting, I contacted 2 commissioners and asked them to look at theirs to see if they were getting the same printout that I was. Well, I didn't get it. So tonight, I get here early, and I asked 2 of y'all to let me look at your printouts. Well, lo and behold, they're the same. From what I'm looking at, y'all are approving today's budget, today's expenditures. You're not approving November's. And looking further in here, if you look on page 4, your total revenue is 0. And your expenditures on the last page is only $32,000. I don't think that's right. And I don't see how y'all can approve something that you're not looking at. If you go back, because I went back 6 months, July 13th meeting and August the 10th meeting, y'all approved the same printout, the exact same numbers. It was just printed on a different date. So I want to know how y'all making the decisions of spending our tax dollars.
Thank you, Ms. Rowland, for pointing that out. We'll see what's going on here.
Another thing, I'd like to know if y'all have had any chance to find out where and when our coroner's reports will be available to the public.
I think that's left up to the coroner. From what I've been told, I've asked 2 or 3 different people. That's left completely up to the coroner.
Okay, y'all do remember me getting the Attorney General's office down here. A readily available document such as minutes from this meeting should be ready, and a coroner's report should be readily available upon request to see it. Now, a copy of it can take up to 3 days, but if I walk in here and I want to see the minute book, that minute book should be readily available to me. So I think y'all need to look in that just a little bit more, because that is a county document. That's all I have.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, to approve the minutes for November the 9th and the 15th. I hear a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I hear a second. Any discussion? Any discussion? Not, all in favor? Motion carries. Next on the agenda, approve or deny resolution to open a new bank account from donations for the fire station. And what that was is some of us got out and took up a donation to try to get a fire station out at the Snipesville area. And so we want approval, we got that money held, and we want to know if it's okay to open up a special account for that.
Got any idea on what?
I hear a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second. About opening up a new bank statement for the money that we got out and took up for the fire station at the other side of Snipesville. So this is all donations. And we got out and worked hard for it. We're trying to get the fire station because the county hadn't got enough money to do it. Okay, I hear a vote. Any discussion before we vote on it? I had a second, a motion, I had a second. All right, any discussion? All in favor? All right, next on the agenda, but you know there's always something come next. But I was wanting to know if the county would be willing to, if we get out and work hard, would they be willing to match the donations that we take up? Because I tell you what, I think if we get out and work out hard and burn our own gas and take our own time, personally myself, I think the county ought to be willing to match whatever we're able to take up. That's let that be all. I hear a motion to do that or not?
Well, not disapproving what you're saying, just a question, where would that money come from, as far as, because I'm sure we didn't budget to do that. So I guess that'd be my only concern, is that won't put us,
Well, the more than it'll be, I don't think it would put, if it's gonna put us in the deficit, we in trouble anyhow.
But there is money posted for accountability.
so we pulled from that.
I hear a motion,
I'll make a motion.
I hear a second to that.
Second.
Any discussion before we vote on it? Anything else you want to ask? All in favor? Motion carried. Thank y'all. Okay, next is set the 2018 qualifying fees. for the commissioner, school board, solicitor, and state court judge. And the commissioner is $180, school board $126, solicitor $1,561.55, and the state court judge is $750. I hear a motion, we do, take that.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Is that the same way, Ben?
Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Uh-huh.
just tell them correct, this is statute. The statute.
Percentage of-
The statute says what the percentage of the salary
Right.
is.
That's
That's
right.
where the figures.
That's where them figures come from.
I just want y'all to know you won't make them up.
Right.
That's where it comes
It's a percentage of what their salary is.
So we're just approving.
Really?
Gotcha.
Okay, I hear a motion.
I make a motion.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Thank y'all. Number 9 on the agenda, to appoint or reappoint tax assessor board member. I don't think we had one to put in. That was Mr. DeSouza, so
I'll make the motion.
reappoint Mr. DeSouza back to the tax assessor board. All right. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank y'all. And number 10 is reappoint Wayne Hall to the regional council representing the private sector, and that's the Heart of Georgia. Okay, I hear a motion.
He still wants to do it.
As far as I know, he does. Said he did.
I make a motion.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Thank y'all. Approve or deny beer and wine license for May Isabel Chavis.
Yeah, I will.
All right, I hear a motion to do that.
That she met all the qualifications here.
Yeah. You got your back in the pack. Okay, I hear a motion. You made a motion?
I make a motion.
Second. Any discussion? Any discussion? Not, all in favor? Motion carries. Next on the agenda, number 12, approve or deny employees' Christmas policy. I hear a second.
Mr. Chairman, I looked at what I did last year, it was $100 for full-time employees gift card and $50 for part-time employees.
$100 full-time, 50 for part-time, gift card. I hear a motion to do that again.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any discussion? Anybody? All in favor? Motion carries. Next on the agenda, to approve to hire administrative secretary. You know, we talked about this a while back, because we need another one to get started training. So we need it really bad. So y'all want to make that motion, we approve to hire someone?
What's her name?
We've had one leave too, right?
Right,
Kimberly Smith.
Kimber Smith.
I'll make the motion we hire.
Okay.
It's contingent on Sherry signing the contract to stay under 12 years.
Vicky made the motion. Second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Motion carries. Number 14, discuss Recreation Department property joint effort with the city of Hazelhurst. You want to explain exactly what it is?
Really, we have a letter of intent that we want to at least give you a brief on going forward that would show our intent to put certain services where the old football field is, the recreation park, which could include a lot of different things. That's all still up in the air, but it's got to be focused on recreation activities so that the landowners and that group will approve. And I know Carla's seen a draft of it. I'm I'm sure we've all seen a draft of it. It really wasn't anything that would tie our hands down other than it's got to be used for recreation purposes. I know we're looking at soccer fields and other stuff like that. It's a joint effort between us and the city. We had a meeting some time ago, and we kind of agreed into this going forward toward the future. We may even want to farm department, things like that. And so that's kind of what this is all about.
And if I'm not just interjecting, the letter of intent is going to the association, actually, this is the fund association, but it's not been set up, so to speak. But the two, I think there's 3 members now that are still active. And so it would all be subject to their approval as to what goes out there.
Right.
In the end, and where, and who they want to deed, if you want the land, or they just do like a 99 lease, or as long as it's used for recreation purposes, and that stops and it goes back to those municipal associations. So the letter that, if you don't want to have that, you can get to it, it's just saying you're interested in, seeing if they would be interested in approval from the 4 acres.
I think most people don't realize that the old football field and where kids play football, up until this year, they haven't been able to because we had some issues out there with power and lines and this improvement disarray, but the county has never owned that property. It was owned by this group that allowed the county to use that for recreational purposes. But in doing this, like Carlos says, either we will take possession or either we'll take a 99-year lease or whatever. And there is funds in SPLOST that we have for recreation, for multi-purpose fields that can be used for soccer and or football and things of that nature that are being planned to put out there if all this was to come into work out just right.
Well, I thought I had a plan that said it's possible to move to the old Brown Road. What was that about?
That's where that property is.
That's where the property is.
It's old, it's the old railroad.
It's old football field.
341 and Old Rail Road, run right there together.
Right beside the library.
I think what you're thinking about is, I think originally the city wanted to put the splash pad up front, and they wanted it moved, this organization wanted it moved to the Old Rail Road, the splash pad off the backside.
Yeah, that's what you think.
And like I say, all this stuff is just in, I mean, there's no commitments, there's no anything, it's just all, and, we'd love to see it come together, but to move forward, we need a commitment letter to this organization stating that if they was to give us the opportunity, our intent would be only for recreation purposes, period.
Since we don't have the letter finalized, what we're going to get a motion on, or what I would want to get a motion on tonight is for Gary to sign that letter pending legal counsel's,
For her to move forward, all right.
so we'll put it off for till next meeting.
I'll make the motion that we let Jerry sign it to get one.
I'll second.
All right, any other discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Thank you all. Next on the agenda, 15, discuss new or old business. Any new or old business?
Mr. Chairman, I have some old business at the last meeting. I was instructed to get some bids on the youth center. I was instructed to run the paper for 2 weeks and get some bids. Ryan's Heating and Cooling out of Lakeland, Georgia, heating and cooling, the only bid I received, it was $38,000. Jackson Electric, Tiffany, Georgia, bid for the electrical part of the project, it was $34,900. Waters Electrical from Hazelhurst bid $51,397. So, Mr. Chairman, I'm saying that we would go with Ryan's Heating and Cooling out of Lakeland, Jackson's Electric, and Tiffany, Georgia.
Is anybody here representing that?
And that, of course, will be subject to you being covered by the liability insurance.
Yes.
That would be-
I'll make the motion to set them bids.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Anything else? Any other on there?
I had on here to approve the financials before she had ever brought that I would check on the reports that are in your packets. I don't want to view them before they go in there, Christie just runs them. We will check on that.
Okay,
I did it before the
okay. We'll go back and, what about the monthly bills to approve the financial? Do I hear?
I make a motion to approve the monthly bills this time for the Sherry to have time to check.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Thank you.
One other item under new business, we just completed our audit. And, before the gentleman left, they told me everything was really well, did a couple of county issues, but it's with our county, so we should get a form for, and it was very complimentary to the staff.
Good.
Keith, just so I can be clear, I mean, does our auditors look over our finances
Absolutely.
and they found anything little?
Okay. Anything else?
Just want to make that clear.
Yes, sir. Is that it? That's all right. All right. Thank y'all. Meeting adjourned.
Hi, ma'am. Did you? I run R&D out of the truck salad. I'm out more than I'm in. I think I'm lucky to be out of the set out here. I'm not doing I'll be taking breakfast or lunch or something. Thank yeah. You just asked me that question, I couldn't answer.
Well, I know it's set now, but only thing, this is who we make that day.
Mama Lou.
No, that ain't Mama Lou. No, that's the other one.
You took me way stand with this. Oh, they got a restaurant there? I didn't realize that.
But we have. But I'm just saying that's the only.
I gotta see this, I gotta go. You gotta see from me.
Yes, sir.
See you, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yes, sir, thank you.
Absolutely.
Take care, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we do whatever we can when we can.
How's things?